Romance at work is more likely to develop into marriage than meeting in nightclubs or at a friend's place. Women are more attracted to and swayed by a man's sense of humor than his appearance. After orgasm, a hormone called prolactin is produced, which is responsible for the sense of relaxation and drowsiness. Shaving and waxing pubic hair have been associated with an increased probability of developing sexually transmitted infections. A 2008 survey indicated that the French experienced the most sex at 137 times every year, significantly above the worldwide average of 103. Certain nations like France consider oral sex a normal aspect of sexual stimulation and foreplay. According to Men's Health, foreplay is to sex what extending is to an exercise, simple to skip yet crucial for outstanding results. When a woman's vagina practically slips out and hangs between her legs, such a condition is known as pelvic prolapse. Even though the withdrawal or pull-out approach is better than entirely unprotected sex, it's not effective at preventing pregnancies. Every person suffers from sexual disorders sometimes, and an expert sex therapist can assist you in finding the root causes to sort them out. Your voice is the best sex toy. It's perfectly acceptable to ask for what you desire. 1 in 6 women, or around 15% of women, has never experienced an orgasm. The belief that sex has triggered orgasm can be a highly damaging thought for people of all genders and sexualities, because it puts unnecessary pressure on them and can cause discomfort. The truth is that not every couple is a perfect match, and libidos change over time and situation. Approximately 1 in 10 dreams includes some R-rated sexual content, and that's actually the case for both men and women, according to research conducted by the American Academy of Sleep Medicine. Women actually experience erections in their genitals, and although they're smaller than their male peers, they are equally significant. 3% of individuals do not experience sexual fantasies at all. A headache can possibly put you more in the mood. Migraine victims reported increased levels of sexual interest. Never mind lingerie. If you want to boost your chances of achieving an orgasm, put your socks on during sex, reveals research conducted at the University of Groningen. A huge penis cannot stretch out or damage a vagina. Americans in relationships reported engaging in sexual activities 16 fewer times every year from 2010 to 2014 in comparison with between 2000 and 2004, according to 2017 research. People in their 20s engage in sexual activity more than 80 times per year, falling to 60 times annually by age 45 and 20 times annually by age 65. When it involves pleasure, penis girth is far more important than size. Forget what you see in pornographic content. Pounding or fast, hard thrusting cannot turn most women on, and it might actually result in discomfort and injury. Your brain is less conscious during sex, as the stimulant for fear and anxiety is turned off during orgasm. Instead of penetration, women achieve peak fulfillment through stimulation. Certain women prefer to be touched gently, whereas other women like a lot more excitement. Each and every woman's sexual desire is different from one another. Being tied up enhances someone's capacity to achieve orgasm. After menopause, the size of the clitoris can grow 2.5 times bigger than when the same woman was a teenager. That's why some women experience stronger orgasms in their 40s and 50s. Regardless of what men believe, only 15% have a penis longer than 7 inches. Approximately 10% of all dreams include lovemaking. Research has proven that orgasms encountered during sex cause us to discharge 400 times more prolactin, which tends to make people feel drowsy than those from masturbation. Research has found that orgasms can decrease the risk of heart disease and depression. The high level of oxytocin that occurs during orgasm causes the release of feel-good endorphins, which act as strong painkillers. Recent fertility research in Denmark discovered that 55% of women are not enjoying as much sex as they would truly wish. 1 in 5 individuals use their cell phones during intercourse, At least people between 18 and 34 years old do so, according to the research conducted by Harris Interactive. Good sex is not achieved easily. It's something that can be learned. The clitoris has a very similar structure to a penis with glands and a shaft. The vagina averages 3 to 4 centimeters in dimension, but might stretch by almost 200% when sexually stimulated. Sex is a great bonus to your usual physical activity. Clitoris develops throughout a woman's lifetime. There are certain foods, especially raspberries, that might stimulate sexual desire. A survey of over 7,000 people found that 51% could go longer without sex than without coffee. Women can conceive 5 to 8 days after having sex. Female ejaculating, commonly referred to as squirting, is not a common belief. Many women report that they encountered this while masturbating, not with a man. Putting on high heels might negatively influence a woman's arousal. During orgasm, the woman produces the renowned and significant hormone endorphin, also referred to as the happiness hormone. It additionally serves to relieve physical and mental discomfort. Those who sleep while facing down on their stomach with their arms spread above their heads experience more sexual fantasies. An apple a day can positively influence your sexual life. Research has proven that orgasms are capable of making women more confident, effective, and innovative. Men sometimes orgasm without ejaculating. Orgasm and ejaculation are two separate physiological reactions in males. The two certainly happen in quick succession, with orgasm occurring slightly before ejaculation. Breakup sex isn't necessarily a terrible idea. Having sex may earn you your next promotion, but it is not about sleeping with your employer. It turns out that having a satisfying sexual life is related to improved job satisfaction and more commitment at work. Complex biological systems in eggs actively select sperm, sometimes the first to arrive. Men also suffer from low libido just like women do. Science says that the ideal moment for having sex is right before bed. It's unusual, but it's possible to lose your sexual desire if you go for an extended period without sex. During normal penis-in-vagina intercourse, 75% of women do not climax. Most individuals seem willing to treat their sexual fantasies as purely imaginary. Less than 1/3 of individuals in the survey claim to have ever acted out their most significant fantasy. Vibrators were initially designed as medical instruments. The fact that you've completed intercourse does not necessarily mean you've had sex. The fact that your partner looks clean and attractive on the outside doesn't guarantee they're free of sexually transmitted infections. Elderly people enjoy some of the best sex. Actually, having a lot of sexual experience might mean your sex life is more gratifying than young people's. You can contract a sexually transmitted disease and not know it. This is the reason why it's highly recommended that all sexually active individuals receive frequent screenings. The single most prevalent sexual dream among Americans nowadays is multi-partner or group sex, followed by BDSM. The whole body has the ability to experience arousal, enjoyment, and stimulation of any kind. Therefore, making sex focused primarily on the genitals might contribute to performance pressure. Many factors, including political leaning, impact sexual fantasy statistics. For example, compared to Democrats, Republicans were more prone to fantasizing about sexual activities that are normally deemed immoral, like adultery and orgies. The penis and vagina make up fewer than 10% of erogenous zones. Many men are experiencing an ejaculation delay. This might be because they have become accustomed to a certain level of pressure and pace from manual masturbation and now find it challenging to reproduce with a partner vaginally or orally. Sexting can help strengthen your relationship. Having a fulfilling, regular sexual life isn't only beneficial for your happiness. Research has shown it may also enhance your heart health, increase immunity, and lessen your risk of several cancers. When it comes to pornographic material, life should not correspond to art. Old people who always masturbate always end up with regret. The key to incredible sex is lubrication. Lack of arousal does not mean he's not turned on. Agitation alone does not indicate penetrating time or what a guy wants. Same as with women, ask. Spreadsheets, a dating app developed to assist users in evaluating their performance in bed, ranks states by their capacity to remain between the sheets. The states with the greatest stamina are New Mexico, South Carolina, Missouri, and others.